and we already have leagues wanting to make a return when um, we've there hasn't been a shutdown for not even barely even 2 months. When we have Europe and Korea and all these other nations shutting down for 3-4 months now, so it doesn't make sense. So we're opening reopening, states are reopening. Arizona reopened, or is gradually reopening and making an official reopen starting May 16th, and has allowed for sports to be played. So for leagues to, they can go ahead and play sports. So, and it's the first state also in the nation to reopen. Yes, they have, somewhat of a lesser, of, on the curve, on the effect there, infections and deaths, but reopening too soon also makes it more of an exposure to a spike. You don't want to have a New York situation happen in the state. You don't want to have a dramatic spike that this can, be a potential for. If that happens, then you're even at a major, more of a loss than you were before. It'll take a more major hit. So there's just some things to think about. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all unfolds. Just one of the things that I'm most interested to obtain and to learn from is the players' takes, the athletes, what their thoughts are. So as this evolves and this moves forward, and we'll get more information, what the players will have to say about this. Are they in? Are they willing to take that risk? Because that's what it all entirely comes down to: your safety, your family, those that are around you, and others, not only yourself, but of course others. So we'll in the coming days, coming weeks, we'll see how it all unfolds, who ends up making the decision. Did UFC, it seems like they made it off without, made it a hit, and able to pull off their event. And they actually tonight now, they're having a second of the fights return. They had one Saturday, they're having one tonight, they have another fight on Saturday. So they have plans as how they foresee to go forward with this in the future, and having an island to host and have all of these events take place. So, but not everybody can do that, of course. And how all this is going to be housed, and all these teams and leagues going to plan out their seasons for what remains of the seasons, at least. Or is there not going to be any sports for the rest of the year? No, not until next year. We have the WBC, World Baseball Classic, was to be held this coming year. They've actually decided to postpone for another 2 years. So we won't even get to see that. They're not even wanting to and exposing and taking that risk. So that only speaks volumes to where they stand with the issue. So yeah, there's just so much up in the air still after shutting down 2 months later. And I understand we are all eager. Many may be working from home. Some may not be working, and I know you may be itching to get back to your normal lives, but are you really wanting to take that risk? And risk you're essentially risking your life for others' lives. So, which is the bigger picture. But we'll wait and see. And thank you for joining me. And we will have another show for you next week with my wonderful co-host, PLR. I missed you tonight. I hope you feel better. And then we'll welcome you back next week. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night. And follow us wherever you listen to your podcast. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at InsideSportsNet. And you can follow me on my accounts at Johanna-Rosalye, Josalye. And also make sure you visit our website, InsideSports.net. So everyone, have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and until next week.